Hey dear students, welcome back to e-learning platform of GS College of Commerce, Wardha. I'm Assistant Professor Rajeshwari Sharma and this lecture is for the BCom second semester for subject Business Economics. So, in previous lecture, we have started with the topic business cycle, whereby we have seen the meaning and the features of the business cycle. And in today's lecture, we are going to deal with the phases of business cycle. So, as I have told you in previous lecture, there are four phases, namely expansion, peak, contraction, and thaw. So, today we are going to discuss all these phases into detail. This is the line, this is the graph whereby on x-axis time period has been shown and on y-axis real GDP has been shown. See, so expansion is a period. Hereby you can see that the business cycle always start with the thaw. Okay, like I have given you the example of balloon where the balloon is completely flatter. So this is the thaw situation. Okay, then I have given you the example of balloon whereby I told you that we start putting some air in the balloon so it blows. So this is the expansion. Okay, the balloon reaches at the point above which we cannot blow it, so that is a peak. When somebody just put a pin into balloon or it get burst, so it starts getting leak slowly, that is contraction. And when it completely gets flat again, so it is thaw. So this is how we understand the different phases of business cycle with the help of balloon. So see, real GDP has been shown on x-axis and the time period or the phases has been shown on time period or the phases has been shown on x-axis and real GDP has been shown on y-axis. When the expansion is there, so real GDP increases. At the time of peak, the growth rate increases, but the rate of increase of growth is bit lower than the expansion. In contraction, growth rate slows down, and in thaw, it touches its lowest point. Okay, so this is how the business cycle happens, and the phases are recurrent in nature. They occur periodically. Okay, now we are going to see in detail what is the meaning of expansion, peak, contraction, and thaw. So let us start with the expansion. Expansion is a period of prosperity whereby there is a positive sentiments in the market. Okay, in expansion, if you are going to see, so demand is more than supply. In expansion, what happens? Demand remains more than supply. And when the demand is more than supply, so of course there's going to be good prices. Okay, the producers would earn profit. When the producers would earn profit, so they will invest more and more. When there is going to be more investment, so of course there is going to be more employment. More employment will lead to more income. Okay, more income. More income will again lead to more aggregate demand. More aggregate demand will again lead to more need for production. Okay, and this cycle will continue in this manner in the period of expansion. Okay, in the period of expansion, every economic variable shows a positive trend, like investment, employment, income, demand, production, national income, national output. Each and every economic variable shows a positive trend. At the in the period of expansion, you're going to find that the companies are earning very handsome profit. Companies are in win-win situation, and that is why the prices of stock in the stock market are also rising in the period of expansion. So basically, in expansion, what happens? It is a period whereby the growth rate is higher. Okay, whereby the economy prosper. Okay, whereby there is a boom in economy, right? So I just hope you guys are clear with the meaning of expansion. Now we have to see what is peak. See, and how does it occur in the economy? When we talk about the peak, so it is a period whereby the growth touches its highest point. Sometimes we say, today I'm so happy. I can never be more happy. I can never get happier than this. So this way, peak is a period whereby the growth touches its highest. It is at the highest level. It is at the highest point. Okay, means there can be no expansion above this point. So that period is also called as peak, and it is the highest touching point in the business cycle. Okay, it remains at the upper level in the business cycle. So how does the peak come in the market? Okay, So basically in peak what happens, market, there is a complete expansion. Beyond that point expansion cannot happen in the market, and therefore the demand stagnate for a particular period of time. Okay, when the demand stagnates, so of course there is no scope of expansion further. So how does this period come? See, in expansion what happens, demand is more than supply. Okay, demand is more than supply. When the demand is more than supply, so of course the prices of input, like for each and everything demand is more than supply. If the demand for goods is more than supply, so of course demand for input like factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur would also be higher. So the as the demand is more than supply, so the prices of input increases. When the prices of input increases, so the cost of production also increases, right? And when the cost of production increases, so cost of living also increases. When the cost of living increases, so what the people do, they review their expenditure that they are making. They review their expenditure that they are making, and basically they review their expenditure on consumer goods, okay, on durable goods, on necessity, where small portion of the income is spent, and they are the necessity. That is why their demand cannot be decreased immediately. That is why which expenditures are reviewed, the expenditure on durables are reviewed. And when they review the expenditure, so what happens, they start spending less. When they start spending less, so the demand declines. Okay, demand declines, and at a particular point of time it becomes stagnant. Demand becomes stagnant. Okay, and when the demand becomes stagnant, so the peak comes in the economy. Means after this point economy cannot expand further. So this is the period of peak. At this point there is a growth in the economy. You are going to find the growth rate in the economy, but it's going to be lower as compared to the period of expansion. I hope you guys are clear with the meaning of peak. Now we are going to see the meaning of contraction. See, here the real GDP is declining. So contraction is also known as downward swing, like expansion is known as upward swing. Here the growth rate is going up, that is why it is known as upward swing. And here in contraction the growth rate is coming down, that is why it is known as downward swing. In contraction what happens? See, when the peak comes, what happens? When the peak comes, so the aggregate demand declines, or it becomes stagnant. Okay, it becomes stagnant. But still the producer are having a little bit optimism in their minds, because when you are running a business you cannot be in the pessimistic mood like everything will go bad. So when the peak comes, okay, when the contraction starts, still the producer are having a kind of positive sentiments in their mind. They feel that yeah, demand will increase gradually. So they do not decline the level of, what do? They do not decline the level of investment. When they do not decline the level of investment, they do not decline the level of production. So what happens? When they do not decline the level of investment, they do not decline the level of production, so the supply becomes more than demand. The supply becomes more than demand. In contraction what happens? Reverse of expansion. Here the supply becomes more than demand, and when the supply becomes more than demand, so the prices of output starts falling in the market. Okay, the prices of output start falling in the market, and here the supply is more than demand. Here the companies do not earn the handsome profit, their profit declines. Okay, and that is why what happens, that is why the prices of stock also falls in the period of contraction. And when the producer experiences that the demand is not increasing further, but the supply is more than demand, so what they do, they start holding back their investment. They stop investing more in the business. When they stop investing more in the business, so of course there is going to be decrease in employment. Okay, decrease in employment, decrease in income, decrease in aggregate demand. So this is the beginning of recession. contraction is a period whereby the recession begins. Okay, so I just hope you are clear with the meaning of contraction as well. Now we are going to see the meaning of trough. Okay, trough, and this trough is also known as depression or the severe recession. Okay, contraction is a recession and depression is a severe recession. So we have seen what happens in contraction. Hereby the supply is more than demand. Okay, when the supply is more than demand and the producers are holding back their investment, okay, so there is low level of employment. What happens? There is low level of employment. Workers are ready to supply their labor for low rates as well. So here the income of the factors of production declines. Like when there is no demand in the market, there is no production, so demand for bank credit will also reduce, so interest rate will lower down. When the demand for the product is declining, so the demand for the worker will also decline, so they'll have to work at low rate of wages. So here the income of factors of production is also reducing, right? Income of factors of production is also reducing. Now assume if the labor is getting less income than what he was getting earlier, so now he will curtail down his expenditure. Now input will curtail down their expenditure. When they are going to curtail down their expenditure, so of course there's going to be what's going to be there? There's going to be fall in the demand for the goods as well. When there is going to be fall in the demand for the goods, so the prices of goods will decline further. And when the prices of goods will decline further, so what will happen? The producer will just decline their investment. When they are going to decline their investment, again there is going to be less demand for factors of production. So this cycle will continue. Okay, and there is going to be a point whereby the general price level comes to its lowest. There is very sluggish growth in the economy. So this point is known as severe recession, depression or trough. Like expansion can never remain forever, in the same way trough can never remain forever. So a point comes whereby the economy starts recovering, and that point is known as recovery. Okay, that phase of business cycle is known as recovery. And in economics it is assumed that recovery first comes in labor market. How? See, in trough or the depression, what happens? There is high rate of unemployment. So now labor thinks, instead of sitting idle, instead of remaining unemployed, it's better to find a job at lower wages as well and take up that job. So labor gets ready to provide their services in for the low wages. Okay, now what businessmen think? Now businessmen think labor is providing their services at low wages, so we are getting inputs at lower cost. Okay, so when we are getting input at lower cost, so we should start production. So this way the businessman also starts production. So when the labor gets employment, the production increases. When the production increases, investment will also increase. So this way gradually all the economic variable which were showing downward trend in depression or trough now starts recovering gradually, and after some time again the expansion comes in the economy. So this way business cycle moves, and this way the different phases of business cycle occur in the economy. Here we are done with the phases of business cycle. In next lecture we are going to deal with the causes of business cycle. So in case you are having any doubt, so you can contact me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.